The 12 Olympians and the 12 signs of the Zodiac. The Olympians were a race of deities, descendants of the old Titan gods who once ruled the earth. In a 10-year war led by Zeus, this pantheon of deities became the new gods of ancient Greece, ruling from Mount Olympus. As there are 12 major deities within this pantheon, is there any correlation between them and the 12 signs of the Zodiac? Ares is the Greek god of war. He embodies the physical valor necessary for success in war, along with brutality, bloodshed, and manly virtues. He therefore represents Aries, the first sign of the Zodiac. Aphrodite represents Venus in Taurus. She was the goddess of love, pleasure, passion, beauty, and desire. Taurus is the sign of pleasure, comfort, and luxury. Hermes is the messenger of the gods, the god of travel, communication, eloquence, and commerce. Like the fastest moving planet Mercury, ruler of Gemini, Hermes was able to move quickly between the divine and mortal worlds. Mercury orbits the sun every 88 days. Artemis represents Cancer, the goddess of the moon, virginity, childbirth, the hunt, and the wilderness. She was also the twin sister of Apollo, the other luminary in the sky. Apollo is the god of light, representing the sun, the ruler of the sign of Leo. Apollo was the god of the arts, music, poetry, and inspiration. Demeter is the goddess of the harvest, fertility, and agriculture. She presided over grains and the fertility of the earth. Demeter's symbol was the cornucopia, a horn overflowing with produce. Other symbols include wheat and bread. The sign of Virgo is a time of harvest, also referred to as the house of bread. Hera was known as the queen of the gods. She was the sister and wife of Zeus. She was the goddess of marriage, women, childbirth, and family, presiding over weddings and marital unions. The 7th house is Libra, the house of marriage. However, the sign of the balancing scales is more in tune with the Greek goddess Dike or Dice, who is the goddess of justice and the spirit of moral order. Athena, the sister of Ares, is the goddess of wisdom, handicrafts, and warfare. Her symbols include the owl and the olive tree. Athena is the Greek equivalent of Minerva. Although a goddess of warfare, she is more to do with strategy and defense, as opposed to her brother Ares's brutality and bloodlust. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and is also a sign associated with the owl. Zeus was king of the gods and ruler of Mount Olympus. He was the god of the sky and lightning. Zeus is the Greek equivalent of Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius. Zeus led the 10-year war against the Titans and banished them to Tartarus. Hephaestus represents the earth sign of Capricorn. He was the Greek god of blacksmiths, metalworking, carpenters, craftsmen, artisans, sculptors, and metallurgy. He was cast off Mount Olympus by his mother because of a congenital impairment. Black is the colour of Saturn, ruler of all that is found under the earth, including metal ores. The demiurge or Yaldabaoth was also cast out as an abomination. He too was regarded as a craftsman or artisan who fashioned the material realm. Hephaestus built automatons of metal to work with him, including tripods that walked to and from Mount Olympus, similar to the story of the demiurge creating archons to assist him. One of the Greek legends is that Hephaestus, when he was born, was thrown down by Hera. In revenge, he sent a gift, a gold chair with invisible fetters. When Hera sat down, she was held fast, and Hephaestus refused to listen to any other of the gods except Dionysus. In him he reposed the fullest trust, and after making him drunk, Dionysus brought him back to heaven. Dionysus was the Greek god of wine, fertility, festivity, ecstasy, madness, and resurrection. His symbols include the grapevine, the cup, the goat, and the pine cone. Dionysus represents Aquarius, the sign of the free-spirited, eccentric humanitarian. Dionysus was also known as Bacchus, which also represents the spontaneous and unrestrained aspect of life. The Romans believed that Bacchus appeared through inducing a state of drunkenness into his vessels. This state freed the inebriated from social conventions and allowed new ways of thinking and acting. That season's wine would have been ready to drink at the festival known as Anthesteria, the first festival to Dionysus, around the January or February full moon. Poseidon was the ancient Greek god of the seas, and as such he represents the water sign of Pisces. The symbols used for Poseidon are fish, dolphins, and the trident.